Good morning, everyone, and welcome once again to Blockchain 2.0, an extended and advanced edition of our groundbreaking blockchain education series, brought to you by Diaspora Digital Media in partnership with Digital Assets Management Academy, based in Garki, Abuja. Today is Wednesday, July 16, 2025, and we are truly glad to have you once again on yet another very important conversation. Our topic for today is how to distinguish legitimate blockchain and cryptocurrency project from Ponzi schemes. In a world where the line between deception and innovation is blurred, knowing how to spot the difference between real projects and scams is not just helpful, it is absolutely essential. Guiding us once again in this critical session are two of DAMA's most finest instructors. Mr. Moses Obaje, our AI Prof. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning. And Mrs. Shiphra Poloma, our very digital mama. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Ibrahim. It's good to be here this morning. It's raining my way. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And also my co-host, Mr. Tochukwu Raphael.
Ibrahim, I greet you. I greet our guests in the house, our intellectual, should I say intellectuals in the area of AI and digital world. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu Raphael. To our audience, please keep your microphone mute or unless invited to speak. And feel free to use the chat to drop your question. We'll address them during the question and answer section. Mr. Obaje, last week, the discussion focused on the basic of how blockchain works. We learn about blocks, nodes, and generally, in a nutshell, what blockchain is all about. So before we charge forwards, let's cycle back. Mr. Obaje, kindly give us a recap of last week. Mr. Obaje, are you with me?
All right, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Confirm you can hear me. Confirm if I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim, and welcome to this session. From what you said I should just give a summary of what happened last week. Just like you rightly said, last week we looked at what is blockchain in its entirety, where we mentioned that blockchain is a decentralized distributor, many computers, which ensures data transparency, which brings about immutability and trust, and without the need of a central authority, just like the banks or the government. So we also looked at how blockchain works, where we talked about a transaction has to be initiated, and once it is initiated, it has to be broadcasted over the networks. All right, maybe peer-to-peer network consisting of different nodes. But however, some people might be wondering, what is nodes? Okay, nodes just simply means computers. When you hear us talk of nodes, it simply means computers. And then after being broadcasted, there's this validation. Okay, the network of computers uses the consensus mechanisms like proof of work, proof of stake to verify the transaction's validity. Then once that transaction is valid, a block is created, all right? And the transaction is grouped with others in a block. So that's how it works. Then after then, the blocks are linked, and then after it is linked, it is added to the existing blockchain in chronological order, and then the transaction is now complete and permanently recorded on the blockchain. We talked about the uses of blockchain. It has to do with cryptocurrency, supply chain management, healthcare records, voting systems, smart contracts, digital identifications, and the rest uh, of that. And then we also looked at the relationship between blockchain and cryptocurrency, where we said blockchain is a distributed ledger technology, while cryptocurrency is a digital asset that uses blockchain technology. And then we said each block contains a list of transactions, while each transaction in cryptocurrency, buy or sell, is recorded on the blockchain. And then blockchain maintains trust without needing a central authority, while cryptocurrency enables peer-to-peer value exchange over the internet via the blockchain technology. So we also looked at why people use cryptocurrencies instead of traditional financial systems that we have. We talked about number one, cryptocurrencies are decentralized. There's no central authority. We talked about lower transaction fees compared to what our banks charges are looking like today. We talked about privacy and anonymity, where many cryptocurrencies offer greater privacy. Nobody knows who owns this asset. Nobody knows who is really transacting. While it is not completely anonymous, transactions don't usually include personal information, but in the banks, all right, in the traditional banking systems, you must provide your ID, you must do your KYC, even your address, your photo, what you do, how you get your funds. Some of these questions are always asked. And we talked about global access, cryptocurrencies. Anyone with internet access can use cryptocurrency, even without a bank account. But without a bank account, there's no way you can reach the unbanked or underbanked regions. We made mention of that. We look at inflation resistance. While in our fiat currencies, there is tendency for inflation as governments continue to print in new currencies. In cryptocurrencies, they have limited supply, and instead of inflation, we have deflation. All right, we have also investment and speculation. Many people use cryptocurrencies to invest or to trade. And then we talked about smart contracts and innovation platforms, which Ethereum allows for programmable money, which we call smart contracts. All right, we also talked about how to get started with cryptocurrencies, where I said you need to learn the basics. Before you invest in cryptocurrencies, you need to understand some certain key concepts. What is cryptocurrency? How does blockchain work? What are Bitcoin, Ethereum? What are wallets? What are exchanges? Before you get started, you need to learn all these basics. And then I talked about you need to choose a reputable crypto exchange where you can buy and sell or trade crypto. And then you look for security, ease of use, and support in your country as far as crypto exchange is concerned. And then I gave step by step of what you need to do even when you get started, where I talked about after you choose a reputable exchange, you set up your wallet. After setting up your wallet, you fund your account, you buy your first crypto, you store it safely by enabling your two-factor authenticator, you use strong passwords, consider transferring your crypto from an exchange to a personal wallet, which we call a decentralized wallet, and then you track and learn continuously. And I also made mention that when you are starting off, try it without even spending money, because there are some applications that give you free crypto rewards, all right? There are some games that offer play to earn rewards. And then I gave a caution that only invest what you can afford to lose when you are starting up in cryptocurrency, because the crypto market is highly volatile. And then try as much as possible to avoid scams, where I said if it sounds too good to be true, then it is probably so. And I also consider you should consider consulting a financial advisor. So in summary, that is what we were able to cover last week in our outing with DDM. So thank you for this privilege for me to give just a recap of what we did last week. You have the floor, Mr. Ibrahim. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Mr. Moses Obaje. Moses Obaje has guided us through the recap of last week. Now let's dive into today's battlefield. Mrs. Shiphra Poloma, what is a Ponzi scheme and how does it work? I mean, people like us that don't understand these technical terms, explain it in a plain way for everyone to understand.
Good morning, everyone on the call. What is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is a type of investment. It's an investment scam where returns are paid to existing investors from funds contributed by new investors rather than from the profit. And this creates a false impression that makes you see the business as if it is successful. And they use this to lure victims into their projects. Let me tell us how a Ponzi scheme works. Ponzi schemes promises you high returns. The scammer will promise you unusually high returns or dividends. This is all with a view to attracting more investors into the scheme. The initial investment, that is the early investors, are paid returns, which creates a false sense of legitimacy, whereas new investors are recruited and their funds are always used to pay the earliest people that came into the project. Ponzi scheme has a cycle. The scheme relies on continuous recruitment of new investors to fund the returns for earlier investors. And then most of these Ponzi schemes collapse. Why? Because eventually there won't be enough investors coming in to support the returns, or when a large number of investors withdraw their funds, you discover that the system collapses. And bottom line is that these red flags, unrealistically high returns on or guaranteed investments, pressure those involved in such schemes, pressure you to just come and invest, come and invest. Why? Because maybe they are the earliest people to invest in that project, and you discover that they pressure you, come and invest, come and invest, come and invest. Why? Because they are gaining. And sometimes you discover that they say when you bring one person, you have what we call a referral bonus or a referral, returns on people you bring on board. You discover that most of these projects, they lack transparency. And some of them are unlicensed and they are unregistered investments. And as far as we're concerned, when you see these red flags, be wary and beware, because it could lead to financial losses for investors. It can damage the reputation, your reputation. For example, you go on recruiting people into the scheme and all of a sudden they are not seeing anything. Will they believe you? I doubt if they will believe you. So the potential legal consequences for those involved in these such schemes too is grave. We advise people to be cautious, and that is why here in DAMA Academy, we give knowledge for you to identify we give you a checklist of how to identify a Ponzi scheme, a scheme that is scammy in nature, with a legitimate, how to identify a legitimate scheme. But bottom line, one has to be very cautious, protect yourself based on knowledge, research. Anytime there's a project that you are invited to invest, please and please do your own research. Do your own research. Be cautious. Be wary of unregistered or unlicensed sellers, and then report suspicious activity to regulatory bodies. So Ponzi schemes are, unsubstantiated, and they eventually collapse. That's one thing we know about Ponzi schemes. They cause significant losses to whoever engages in them. And it is essential for us to be very vigilant by ensuring that we study, we know, we get informed knowledge and do our own due diligence anytime an offer of an investment is tabled before us. Thank you.
All right. Ponzi scheme is one of the deadliest strategies used by scammers these days. It's actually heartbreaking when you are deprived of a huge amount of financial resources or digital resources. So it is very important that we are discussing it today, and those who have joined us, you have this golden opportunity to listen to our experts. I call it cyber terrorism. So, but I want Mr. Obaje to tell us, having known that there are scammers online, how do you now, what are the key features of a legitimate crypto project or blockchain project? Mr. Obaje.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu, for that question. Now, the key features of a legitimate blockchain or crypto project, I think there are a lot of key features that we need to look into. Well, maybe if we can look critically into some of the ones that are very, very important. Now, one of the key features of a legitimate blockchain or cryptocurrency project is clear purpose and utility. Just like Digital Mama just mentioned, you are being told to come and invest in what project? What business is that? What are they transacting on that will generate that huge sum of return on investment for you and within a shortest period of time? So number one, there must be clear purpose and utility, which is one of the key features of a legitimate blockchain project. The project should be able to solve a real problem or offer a tangible benefit. Like we know, smart contracts is a project on the blockchain, all right? And it has come to solve certain problems. So also we have the DeFi, the decentralized finance. They are all built on blockchains for scalability and other functions. So a legitimate blockchain or crypto project should have a clear definition of the use case and how the technology will solve a specific problem. Just like Bitcoin, the problem that Bitcoin solves is the problem of using it as a means of transacting digitally and in a decentralized manner. So any business that does not have a clear purpose, does not have utility, think twice and do your own research further. Number two, A legitimate project should have transparent and competent team. Now, I'll still go back to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, we know the creator of Bitcoin is anonymous. It's anonymous. It's by name Satoshi Nakamoto. But over time, as the blockchain and cryptocurrency space continues to get traction, there is that level of transparency of those who are builders or creators or developers of blockchain projects. So team members are publicly known with verifiable experience in relevant fields, maybe in blockchain development, and what have you. So, and also you'll find out that advisors, the partners, backers of these projects are reputable and transparent. No, let me make it clear. Anonymous teams aren't always scams in the blockchain ecosystem. But sometimes this anonymity raises red flags if not backed by strong community trust. Now, let me just give you a little tip. Now, for body scan AI, the devs are anonymous. And I understand why they are anonymous, because they are causing a serious disruption in the health sector, and which security of what they are doing might be tampered. So to avoid their security being tampered, they remain anonymous until they finish what they are doing behind the scene. So being anonymous on a crypto project does not mean that it is always scam. But there are crypto projects that if you find anonymity, you need to go and do further research. Most especially when there is no community that is backing that project with trust. So number two, transparent and competent team is required for a legitimate blockchain and cryptocurrency project. Then there should be an open source code base or open source database. Codes should be available on platforms, be it GitHub, be it SoulScan, be it Dex Screener, be it Coin Market Cap. There should be codes that you can access so that you can inspect such projects and see their authenticity. There should be community contributions with regards to that project, and there should be auditability of such projects. So another thing you need to consider is independent security audits. Smart contracts and crypto platforms should undergo third-party audits. These projects should be audited either by CETIC, either by GoPlus, or either by Trail of Bliss. These are reputable third-party audit companies. This will show that these projects are legitimate. But projects that are not audited, we should be cautious, because they might be scams. They might rug pull people at the end of the journey. So, and these audit reports, audit results carried out by these reputable audit companies should be published and accessible. It should not just be a vague audit. People should be able to have access to these audit reports from this reputable company. You just don't come and tell me this project has been audited by CETIC. What did CETIC say about the project? What did they find out? CETIC might audit a project and find out that it is faulty. So it's not just auditing, but let the audit report be in the limelight. Then we have what we call tokenomics. Let it have a realistic tokenomics. Token distribution should be fair and transparent, just like we have initial coin offering, we have a fair launch, right, and the rest of that. So, and also we should look for, try as much as possible to look for projects that do not have excessive allocations to the team or the developers or the insiders who are the frontiers of such projects. Like I mentioned earlier, there should be clear utility for the token. There should be, it has to do with a governance token, or it has to do with staking, it has to do with transaction fees, etc. All these things should be clear. Then there should be, after realistic tokenomics, there should be strong and engaged community. There should be active participation, not just participation, active participation on forums like Twitter, like Discord, like Reddit, like Telegram. Because this also brings about transparency when there's such engagements. So there should be transparent and consistent communication from the team. Let their communication be transparent and also let it be consistent. It's not that you come and talk to us once in 6 months and you said you are building something, or once in 3 months. Let there be consistency in communication from the development team. And let the community not be overhyped, or let it not over promote the project. Just like Digital Mama mentioned, you say, come and invest, come and invest. This one is profiting. They continue to pester you. That is overly promotional. These are red flags. All right? And then there should be legal compliance. Make sure that the project follows local and international regulations, especially when it has to do with fundraisings. Because when you have initial coin offering, they raise funds before even the project is launched. So make sure they follow local and international regulations when they are raising such funds. If it has to do with KYC, let there be clear terms on the know your customer strategy. Let there be anti-money laundering policies. Now, a product, let the product be a functional product, or let there be a prototype of that product. Now, let me still go. I love using Bodyscan because it's a project that I am keen at following in recent times. Now, what the guys of Bodyscan AI are developing is a scanner that can be used on our Android and iOS devices. But the application is not yet out. It's still under development. But if you go to their website, you will see a prototype of what they are developing.
Mr. Obaje, your line is breaking.
How the app function. All right. So this demonstrates progress. Avoid projects that only have one. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Am I better off now?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tochukwu, can you hear me?
I can hear you speak.
Oh, all right.
I can hear you.
I think it's better off now. All right. So I said people should avoid confirm if you can hear me, please.
I can't hear you anymore.
We can hear you.
Is it from our side?
Breaking.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Can you hear me now? It's better off now? Confirm if you can hear me, please.
I can hear you.
Oh, all right. Is the network? It's very, very cloudy over here, so it's about to rain. So that's why we're having that network breakage. I want to get that assurance. Okay, let me see my second device. Sorry for that break in transmission.
Okay, Mr. Obaje, can you hear
Yes, I
me?
can hear you. I can hear you. Confirm if you can also hear me.
Mr. Obaje? Yeah, I think the network, yes, I hear you. Continue,
Oh, all
please.
right. All right, thank you. So there should be real partnerships and integration. There should be verified collaborations with other reputable projects. There should be a sustainable roadmap, a realistic, milestone-driven roadmap with regular updates. The dev team should always give an update on what they are doing, where they want to be in the next few months, in the next few weeks. There should be a realistic, milestone-driven roadmap with regular updates. And then there should be this long-term vision with adaptability for future growth or technical evolution. So with these are some of the important uh, key features that we need to always have at the back of our mind with regards to uh, legitimate blockchain and crypto-based businesses. So thank you, Mr.
All right,
Tochukwu.
right. I've given us great insights and a number of key features of legitimate blockchain project. Now, let me turn to Mrs. Poloma. Earlier, it discussed about or gave us a highlight of what Ponzi scheme is all about. Now, I would like to ask you, uh, does the project have a real product or technology, or is it only focused on recruiting new investors to scam? Mrs. Poloma.
Um, I will want to use body scan AI as an example of a project that to the academy looks is legit. So when you ask us, let me say, does body scan project have a real product or technology, or is it focused on recruiting new investors? From my background checks on body scan AI, it seems to me as a legit project that leverages on advanced technology, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning, to provide personalized health insights to anyone that will tap into this investment. Here is what we know about their product, the product that body scan AI has come up with, is coming up with. The app that is being developed will offer an innovative body scan feature that uses artificial intelligence. For those of us that are conversant with quantum analyzer, where you are asked to hold one instrument in your hand and the analyzer analyzes your entire system and gives you a result. In this case of body scan AI, the app that is being developed will be deployed to our iOS or Android devices, whereby from the comfort of your wherever you are, as long as you have internet facility, looking at the prototype that is on the website, this technology is artificially intelligence powered. All you need to do is probably to pick your phone, maybe face the phone. It will now read your vitals and then give you a real-time report, data about your health status, and probably even recommend what you need to do. Or alternatively, you could be asked to put it on to face for the device to face your palm, and then it will do the reading of your vital signs. And as we all know, artificial intelligence is the trending technology, especially on the blockchain. We are all aware that Tesla brand has a artificially intelligence-driven vehicle. So this is doable. So imagine you owning your data, owning your health, and then knowing your health status. We know the general trend of health across the length and breadth of the globe. It is expensive, it is time consuming, but with the coming of body scan AI, you get real-time results by yourself and you own your data. In the hospital, they own your data, but in this guise, you own your data. And the applications will be easy for one to adapt to. Why? Because in fact, vast majority of people already know how to use their phones. So to be able to navigate through body scan AI will still be not be too difficult for even the layman to do. So as far as we're concerned, the digital healthcare company focuses on chronic diseases prevention and weight management. That is why body scan AI has come to do. The technology is a trending technology and will provide real-time results for whoever that joins body scan AI. Like Prof said, all the checklists of a good token body scan AI has, the utility, which is using a trending technology, artificial intelligence is just there. It is fair launch. It is open source. You can go and verify. The community behind it is there. The website is there for you to go through to navigate and find out what this token has come to solve and what the application that comes with this token is coming to solve. So to us, this technology is a trending one and one of its kind. And it's an app or a technology that every person on the face of the earth would love to have once it is deployed on iOS and Android devices. But then for you to be able to utilize this very particular app, you must have the token body scan AI tokens, because that is the exchange. I mean, that is the money that you will spend to be able to use this very particular technology. So as far as we are concerned, if you come with dollar, it will not serve you. But the means of exchange to be able to use this very particular technology will be body scan AI tokens, which is already in the market. It's already on various on Dex Screener for anyone to go and buy. It is on Radium, it is on Jupiter. So why not hold the token before the app is deployed? Because the technology is one of its kind. Thank you.
Well, that's a great one, Mrs. Shiphra Poloma. But in a world where faceless billionaires keep popping up, we must pose and ask the tough question. Mr. Obaje, is the project transparent about its team, its goals, and its operations?
All right, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Now, when we're talking of legitimacy, when you talk of is the project transparent about its team's goals and operations, that's a great question because transparency is one of the most important indicators of a legitimate crypto or blockchain project. So here is how you can evaluate whether a project is transparent about its team, its goals, and operations. The first thing you need to consider is who is behind the project. Remember, I made mention of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a name, and the name is Satoshi Nakamoto. What did it come to solve? It came to disrupt the centralized system of governance, of finances, of financial systems. Who is behind the project? Satoshi Nakamoto. Does Satoshi have a face? No. So sometimes, like I said earlier, some of these projects, yes, despite the fact that they are anonymous, but they have come to play a vital role. And when the government of nations discover what they are doing, that it will cause a distortion to centralization, they fight them. And so some of them are anonymous, despite the fact that what they are doing is real. So one thing you need to ask about team transparency is who is behind the project. Some will show off their face based on what they are developing, and some will want to remain anonymous until they achieve the desired goal. In fact, Bitcoin, up till today, Satoshi Nakamoto is still anonymous. Because I can bet you that there are governments that will still fight Satoshi Nakamoto if they discover this is Satoshi Nakamoto. So there are projects that are legit, but their level of team transparency is on the low key. They appear, they talk, they interact, but you don't see them face to face. You might not know their real names. But however, legitimate projects should be able to show real names, photos, LinkedIn profiles, Reddit, and the rest of that. You should be able to verify the team's credentials and their past experience. It's one of those key things. Now, let's assume the name is not clear. They don't have photos. You might not access their profiles. You might not access their credentials and their past experience. Another thing is the team active in community discussions? Is there a communication between the developers and the community that are backing this project? It all brings about transparency. Real teams engage with their community. At intervals, they tell their community, this is what we are doing, or this is what we want to do, or this is the point where we are. So at a point where you find a team, there is no information, they don't communicate, their names are fake, they don't have verifiable backgrounds, then that team might likely not be transparent in what it is doing. Another thing to consider is there clear goals and vision? What do I mean? What is the project trying to achieve? And is the path to achieving that project, is it realistic? These are questions that one needs to ask. The goals and vision must be clear.
Mr. Obaje, your network is breaking. Are you with us?
Can you hear me, Mr. Ibrahim? Confirm if you can hear me.
Are you with us?
We can hear
I'm
you.
right with you. Okay, you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Now, is there a white paper or light paper that explains where the project is heading to and what the project is trying to do or to achieve? Number one, the problem the project is trying to solve, how the technology is going to work, the value of the token, the roadmap, and the challenges or the milestones that will be overcome. These are clear goals and vision, just like Digital Mama made mention of the problem body scan AI is coming to solve, the technology involved, which is artificial intelligence, the value of the token, which we know it has a value, and the roadmap is clear when you go to the website. Clear goals and vision. Are updates and pivots communicated regularly by the dev team? As the project continues to evolve, there should be updates. There should be communication from those who are developers of the project to their community. Then there should be operational transparency. How is the project being run? Does the project publish their financial or treasury updates? Or in terms of token allocations, vesting schedules, are they clearly explained? Just like Bodyscan AI, it is fair launched. Fair launched simply means that even the developers of the project do not have certain quantity kept aside for themselves. No. Once the project was launched out, the developers, they themselves used their resources to go to the exchange to buy what they can keep for themselves. Is their code public and maintained? Can you go and get information on that token, on that project, on the blockchain? Are their security audits shared openly? So these are key factors that one needs to all observe as far as the transparency of a project is concerned with regards to its team, its goals, and its operations. Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. That's the little I can contribute in this regard.
Thank you, Mr. Obaje. That's a strong one. But in Nigeria, we have this saying: if it too good, if it no be true. Certainly high returns without risk is a Ponzi promise. My question, Mrs. Poloma, are the promise return too high or guaranteed with no risk? Mrs. Poloma.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Are the promise returns too high or guaranteed with no risk? In the blockchain industry, especially Prof was mentioning Bitcoin, and I did mention Bodyscan AI. These cryptocurrencies seem attractive, but it is essential for us to evaluate them critically. Number one, when we look at the potential benefits in a token, what makes it beneficial is the token utility. The token utility. I will still cite example with body scan AI. Body scan AI tokens can be used to access premium services such as advanced health consultations, personalized artificial intelligence fitness plans, or exchange for wellness-related products and services. And for any token or a cryptocurrency coin, a crypto coin, we should look at the token utility. And then the token's value normally appreciates with time. As the token grows, as mass adoption, we can see Bitcoin, when it started, somebody was even buying, the first transaction I can vividly remember of a purchase of a pizza with 10,000 Bitcoins. You understand? But as of today, Bitcoin has grown to about $123,000 as at yesterday, though it has retraced back. In the blockchain industry, nobody guarantees you high returns. It is the mass adoption, the utility of your token that determines how it appreciates. There's no return on investment in a token or a coin on the blockchain. It's not there. But the growth of that coin or that token as it appreciates makes it a potential, a potential for one to invest in. There's no guaranteed returns. And then the risk tolerance as well depends on one. So for you to, before you invest, you should carefully evaluate the risk tolerance and financial situation before you invest in any token at all or any coin at all. Do your own due diligence. Do your research very well on any project you are coming into on the blockchain. Return of investment is not there. It's not guaranteed. It's not even there. You know, there's no guarantee for return on investment. But what will give you guarantee is the utility of that which you are investing in, and then the community behind that very particular token. For example, I have invested in body scan AI, not because I was promised a guaranteed result, no, but the utility that I look at that is going to serve health. And health is a critical issue to the human race. I believe once that app is deployed, people will struggle to get that very particular app. And to me, based on that, I feel I should invest in body scan AI. Same way, going through the social handles of body scan AI, I could see the community. It is a community-driven token. Like Prof said, it is fair launch. And at the same time, the devs did not, or the creator did not allocate tokens to himself, but went to buy the token just like me and any other person that will come into to invest on this body scan AI. So that to me makes it a legit project. And it does not guarantee me return on investment. That's why I joined. No, but I know as mass adoption gains ground, as the community go out there to share this opportunity, I know that this very particular token is going to give me good returns on my investment. So for us, for anyone investing in cryptocurrency, though it carries inherent risks, and it is crucial for anyone to approach investment in the crypto space with caution. one should have a clear understanding, and that is why DAMA Academy is here to offer knowledge to whoever that cares to join us, so that we understand the potential benefits and the risks. What we offer in DAMA Academy is to teach everyone that comes across us the basics, the knowledge, the do's and the don'ts, and the inherent risks, and how to avoid getting into a scam project, how to identify a legit project. So I think, to me, in the cryptocurrency world, they will not tell you that there's high returns on investment. No. What the yardstick that determines it is that very token that you are buying or you are investing in. Does it have a utility? Is it fair launch? Does it have a community? Has it been audited by a reputable audit firm in the crypto space? If your answers are yes, then you're good to go to invest. But not that you are investing because they are promising you by the end of the month, every day you have 1%, 2%. No, that doesn't happen in the crypto space. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Obaje, the activities being done on the blockchain, transactions or development, can you verify the project's activity on a blockchain, a public blockchain?
Okay, Mr. Tochukwu, the answer to your question is yes. The answer is yes. A legitimate blockchain or crypto project should have verifiable activity on a public blockchain. Remember the keyword I said, verifiable activity on a public blockchain. Now, what does that mean? Because this is one of the strongest ways to access whether a project is active, whether a project is real, or whether a project is functional. And here's how you can verify different types of on-chain and development activity of a project. Now, first thing you need to consider is the blockchain transactions. Remember when we talked about blockchain previously, they are recorded, they are immutable. You cannot delete them once they come on board. So since they cannot be deleted, they are immutable, you can track whether a crypto project is actually active on-chain by inspection. And how do you do that inspection? You need to check the token transactions and wallets. All of them are embedded on the blockchain. So how do you do that? You use what we call blockchain explorers. Blockchain explorers. Depending on the chain. Now, if it is Solana based, the explorer is Solscan. If it is Ethereum, the explorer is Etherscan. If it is Binance Smart Chain, the explorer is BSC Scan. We have Core Scan. We have BitScan. There are a lot of scans based on the blockchain, right? Now, what can you use for all these scans? Look up the project's token contract address. Because when you get the contract address, you can go to these blockchain explorers and scrutinize that project. You can look for number of holders, how many people are holding this certain token. You will find it on the explorer. What are the activities? What is happening on this project? Recent wallet activities, just like the buys, the sells, the minting, the burning mechanism, and what have you. You can check if there is any suspicious whale movement. What do we mean by whales movement? Those who come to larger buyers who come and buy, and once the project appreciates, they sell, and then the project dumps. So with the blockchain explorers, you can track whether a project is actually active on chain just by inspection. Now, but there are red flags when you are doing all these checkups. There are certain red flags. When you see certain massive or a sudden massive transfers to one wallet, it's a red flag. I'm just giving us additional knowledge now. When you see a sudden massive transfer to one wallet, it's a red flag. That project can be rug pulled. If you see that there is no token movement for days or weeks, that is to tell you that that project is not active on chain. It is on the blockchain because it cannot be deleted, but there is no activity going on as far as that project is concerned. It's a red flag. Or you find out that there are minted tokens. That is, new tokens have been brought into the project but are not distributed. These are red flags. And that's why, just like Digital Mama will always say, that's why DAMA is out there to educate people comprehensively so you have basic knowledge of what blockchain and cryptocurrency entails, so you don't fall victim. You don't fall victim. Now, after the blockchain transactions, like I made mention, check transfers, check holders, check the contract function, check the tokenomics, all right? Whether there's a burning or minting mechanism, or there is taking functions, check the code and development. Who are the contributors? Check deployments. When was this contract created? Who created it? What is the actions of the person who created this contract? What is the governance mechanism? What are their proposals? What are they looking at in the future? What is the community saying about this project? What is the community input with regards to the project? All these things can be looked into on the blockchain. It's just like you want to go and check body scan AI. It's on Solana, so you go to where? You go to Soul Scan. When you get to Soul Scan, paste the token address. You can get the token address from Dex Screener, you can get it from CoinGecko or the project site. All right, the body scan project site. There you can review the holders. You look at the distribution. You look at the top wallets. Who is holding what? The developer, what quantity is he holding? The maximum holder, what quantity is he holding? Is the spread, is it evenly spread? Because in some projects, you see a wallet holding 20, 30% of the project, while other wallets are holding maybe 1%, 2%, 3%. But one wallet is holding 40%, 50%. You know that that project will not survive, because anytime the person who is holding that maximum quantity decides to sell, decides to dump, the project dies a natural death. What is the volume of transfers and what is the frequency of these transfers? What is their smart contract details? So always check on-chain transaction activity, track token transfers and holders' behavior, please. Those who are holding, what is their behavior? You need to check it out, all right? Then you also need to verify whether the project performs ongoing development. There are projects that they are being minted today, but the project is ongoing. Just like Bodyscan. Bodyscan is an ongoing project. What is their open source status? Are their codes open? What is their audit report saying? So these are key things that you need to look into. And additional verification tools, you might get them. This is, I call it community tips. There are community recommended methods, which include just open Telegram, send the Solana token auditor the token address. We have what is called Solana token auditor on Telegram. All right. And then it will give you a detailed security report on that project that you are looking at. That is if the project is built on Solana. All right. So in summary, how to verify project activity, use block explorers, SolScan, Dex Screener, all right, Etherscan if it is Ethereum, BSC scan if it is from Binance Smart Chain, all right, and then check token authenticity. Now, let me say this as an addition. Note that there are some, you see some, in some of these tokens, you see unverified flag on the wallets. It simply means that the contract address has no origin. You cannot say this is from America. You cannot say this is from India. You cannot say this is from Africa. It doesn't mean that the project is fraudulent. No. It is only telling you that this project is a bit anonymous in nature. The developers might not want to unveil their identity. All right. So these are some of the things that you just need to consider with regards to checking the activities to verify what is happening with regards to a certain project on the blockchain. Example are its transactions or its developments. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Mr. Obaje. Now we are running out of time. Maybe I ask one more question. This is Poloma. Now, what do independent reviews or crypto communities say about this very project?
Thank you, Tochiku. What do independent reviews or crypto communities
Community.
say about the project? To find independent reviews or discussions about any crypto project at all, you can explore platforms. I will mention a few out of the many that we have. We have the Bitcoin Forum. It is a community for Bitcoin investors to discuss various topics, including the blockchain, including the trading, and all activities that are happening in with regards the Bitcoin or other coins as well. We equally have what we call Crypto Forum, Crypto Room Forum. This is a dedicated cryptocurrency discussion forum where you have discussions ongoing about cryptocurrencies generally. There's news items there. There are articles covering various topics on like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many more currencies that are in the market. We equally have Reddit. It's a community for cryptocurrencies as well. News is, you get your news about the cryptocurrencies there. There's a lot of discussion going on in the community. And then you equally get analysis of the market and the cryptocurrencies, the coins, the tokens that are available. We equally have what we call altcoin forums, altcoin talk forums. This also is a platform for cryptocurrency news, discussions, analysis, and any other information you want about the cryptocurrencies available on a daily basis. You see discussions ongoing among community. We equally have a Solana forum, especially for those of us interested in the Solana network tokens, especially body scan AI. It is a collaborative community that discusses development and also about the mining on the Solana network, the various incoming tokens and other coins that are coming into the market. Some potential discussion points to look out for anytime you want to look at tokens. I mean, this forum is one. It will give you highlights of the project credibility because the reviews and the team and the partnerships, you find them on this forum being discussed. Also the tokenomics, the analysis of the project token supplies, the applications, the values are all embedded at these various forums. Also the competitor analysis, whether there are similar projects to the project that you are out there to look out for more information about is equally there. There's a lot of discussions on the use cases of the various currencies and tokens that are available on the blockchain as well. So you can also check Trustpilot has a lot of engagements as well about whatever token you're trying to find more information about. So these are various forums where you find reviews, discussions about whatever token that is available in the market. Thank you.
Of course, if you want to get correct and authentic information on this Ponzi scheme and how to overcome or how to prevent it from, maligning you, you join any of these communities that Mrs. Poloma has enumerated. Thank you very much, Mrs. Shiphra Poloma, and Mr. Obaje, Moses Obaje, Professor of Artificial Intelligence. We have had a wonderful time today. I don't know if you can allow any question, just one, so that we close for today. In the absence of any question, I think that I must once again thank our guest, special guest. And we hope that next time we'll have another wonderful, great, and incisive session on the blockchain world, the program sponsored and anchored by Diaspora Digital Media in conjunction with DAMA, Digital Assets Management Academy based in Abuja, an institution dedicated to inculcating into available and willing minds the knowledge of AI, the knowledge of blockchain, the knowledge of digital assets. A very wonderful institution. And anyone who wants to be acquainted with modernity and modern assets should, avail himself or herself of. So thank you first, Mr. Obaje and Mrs. Poloma.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I also thank my co-anchor, Ibrahim Umawase. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, addressing.
All right. Until next time, this is Blockchain World. We meet again next week. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.